Welcome to the Denim and Pearls podcast. Business casual conversation laced with pearls of wisdom. Casual, authentic, unscripted dialogue about life, work, and entrepreneurship with the perfect blend of laughter and seriousness. Pull up a chair, kick back, and lean in as we welcome your hosts, Michelle Ross and Brian Swanson.
Happy, happy, joy, joy.
'Cause I'm already gone.
Well, that's one way to jump into it. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Quick, what movie is that from?
I don't remember. I just
Jim Carrey.
which one?
When he's in the dome and they've been watching him all his life. Do you remember? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Anyhow.
Anyways, my name is Dr. Michelle Moras.
I'm Brian Swanson.
And we are Denim and Pearls. We are business casual.
With pearls of wisdom.
From the porch.
Who's pearls of wisdom?
Me?
Me and you. You and me.
Let me share this real fast. So my husband thought of this title, Already Gone, because
But we're not.
we went to the gym this morning and he was talking to me. Well, I've been packing this morning. So we were going to the gym and he had a whole conversation with me. And when we got to the gym, he said, "What do you think about that?" I went, "Huh?" And he said, "Already gone."
Yeah, and he sent it on the text message and I'm like, what? Oh, I get it. But anyway, that's because we're leaving tomorrow morning. We're live here down today at home, but we're leaving tomorrow morning. So next week, you'll either see a recorded podcast or we'll get on live from somewhere.
We're going to go live from Qatar.
Wherever we're at. So anyway, what do you mean by already gone?
Well, in my case, I checked out. I mean, we haven't even left and I'm gone. And my brain is already on
You're
the
on
airplane.
vacation?
It's not a vacation, but I'm basically already on the plane, already there. I visualized it, everything. And so I'm no longer present here. And we were giggling about the fact that we always tell people, you need to be present in the moment. In the moment, because, yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is the future and today is the present. So enjoy the present. And I'm not. I'm gone.
So the question remains, are you checked out of your business? Are you checked out of your life? Or are you just checked out for a vacation?
Well, the thing is a lot of people don't even realize they're checked out. They're just on cruise control. And, that's what happens when we're in cruise control. You stop paying attention to the road and everything else. You just kind of letting the car drive straight. And you're just keeping it between the lines.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah. And then with these new cars, I mean, they'll even keep you within the lines.
So, heck, they'll drive you from one point to another now.
So basically, have you been coasting in your life, business or personal? And do you need to turn on your awareness again to get back on track?
I just thought, you brought up the self-driving cars. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing now that I think about it.
It's both.
It's really cool because now I can take a nap when you're not supposed to. But you can. People are doing it. They're driving. The car's driving itself. It's taking them to their destination. They put so much trust and faith in the car that it's taking them somewhere. They'll take a nap.
Yeah, don't do that.
Behind the wheel. However, that's a good thing and a bad thing. One, it's a good thing because you get a nap on a long trip, especially when you're driving through Kansas.
Pull over, stop, get a hotel.
But it's also a bad thing because you're not aware of what's going on around you.
Well, and the car doesn't recognize everything. I mean, it's a computer. It can only see so much. I mean, it can't tell a piece of paper from a person, I think. So don't do that.
Believe it or not, it can.
I don't care how great your car is. Don't do that. And yeah.
But it all comes back to, are you on cruise control? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing?
And the reason I think it's a bad thing with the car thing is not all cars are self-driving. And so one day you're going to travel.
Isn't that what cruise control's for?
You're gonna go to some place and get a rental car or something, and you're gonna have a normal car.
And you won't know how to drive the other one?
You won't know how to drive anymore because you've lost the ability to keep the car in the lane. So same thing happens with your life and your business. If you've been on cruise control for so long, I've got my business for the past 10 years. It's been doing well. We're still floating. You might want to take your cruise control off and look around, because maybe you need to up the gear a couple of times, or you need to go a little faster, or you need to turn off this highway because you're on the wrong path.
Or tap the brakes.
So you need to realize that just because you're comfortable doesn't mean you're in the right place. And that goes back to the leave your comfort zone, because everything outside of your comfort zone, that's probably where you want to be.
But we're always on the right path.
You can be. if you
We're
just-
on our path to destiny.
But if you're just sitting on your ass, you're not on anything. You're on a
That could
path.
be the path.
Your path. You could be sitting on your path, but you're not moving. And the only way you know you're moving is if you can get out of your comfort zone. When you're in your comfort zone, it means you're comfortable where you are, which means you're not trying to grow, stretch, or whatever. And for your business to grow, stretch, and maintain viability, you must move. I don't care how comfortable
Okay,
you
so
are.
I'm at an age. We're getting to that age, but we're not there yet. I would say that. What if you're in your 70s? You're set in your ways. You don't care. You don't need to grow. You've already perfected. You've already done whatever you needed to do.
No one has.
What do you mean no one has?
No one's perfected anything.
I done got there.
If you're comfortable where
Done
you
did.
are and you're 70 or 80 and you don't want to, and you're not working anymore, you better keep working on your brain, because you don't want it to deteriorate, or you will have Alzheimer's. I mean, that's why you play puzzles and you play backgammon and things when you're older and no longer in the workforce, because a brain that's not working vegetates. If a brain vegetates, that's the thing that controls everything in your entire body. So you better keep that thing active. I don't care how settled and how comfortable you are, keep the brain active. In other words,
I made my mark. Let me sit in my easy chair.
go ahead and deteriorate. A brain not working is a brain that falls apart.
This is true.
It is. Why do you think so many people, oh my gosh, they're amazing, they're working, they're doing this, they're doing that, oh, they retired, and then they die?
Well, it's also, I mean, you get out of the military, there's a lot of things that happen to people when they get out of the military, because the end of the stress, the PT in the morning, the physical stuff in the morning
The
or in the
things that kept
afternoon.
them
and, yeah.
moving.
Oh, yeah.
Movement is life. Thinking is life. And I don't care how much of a success you are. If you sit on your ass and do nothing, you will lose it.
Michelle's word of the day.
Yeah.
Your ass.
No, I mean, because I've heard people do, well, when I make it to my blah, 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 I'm just going to do this and I do that. Well, fine. But I'm telling you, when you go find your island and you're sitting on the beach, you still are putting your feet in the sand. You're still walking in the water and moving. You see what I mean? You're still moving. But if you say, I've done it, I'm going to sit in my lounge chair and just watch the world go by, you will die quickly.
That's a pretty strong statement.
It is.
So I'd have to somewhat agree with that, but I get the point.
Yeah, you will either physically deteriorate or mentally deteriorate, but mentally probably faster. And so that's why we encourage people when they're in youth, in their younger years, find an activity that you can keep doing for the rest of your life. You can't be a football player at 14 and stay that way at 65 and 80. You're going to break something and never get up again. So find an exercise that you can do, something that keeps your body moving, as simple as walking, or in our gym, as simple as playing fly swatter badminton. I mean, I don't care what it is.
You
but
might
move.
have a new sport now.
What?
The GFL, the Geriatric Football League.
Can you see that?
Could you
happening?
sell tickets?
That would be fun. Actually, it'd be cute as hell. It'd be cute as hell.
Minimum age retirement.
Well, I was looking at now Already Gone. I was thinking of, I was watching, someone put it on Facebook. It was a list of all the places that give you discounts for 50 and above, 55 and above. And I was laughing that we can go to all of them already.
Oh yeah.
And what cracks me up is
AARP's got you at 50 or 55, whatever
I
it
didn't
is.
join AARP.
Oh,
But no, just all the restaurants and things that have a 50 plus or 55
Mhm.
plus. And I was laughing about that Already Gone. Do you realize they
this means
write
she's
us?
getting serious. She came towards the camera.
Yes, they write us off as old and basically unable to work at 50 now. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, it's been like AARP's been 50 for a long
It
time.
is, but discounts weren't till you were like 70,
55.
or on Social Security or something.
I always remember it at 55.
It's 55,
At
but
the time when we were 35, 55 was ancient.
well, 55 seemed like 80. Well, now that we're 55 and above, it doesn't feel like 80 anymore. So I
Not
just,
that far away.
well, and that's why I laugh that, society writes people off. They say, oh, they're already gone, they're really old. But you really, age is all in perspective and all in a person's mind on how well they've taken care of themselves, how much they keep moving. I mean, we hang out with a whole group of people in their 60s and you think they're in their freaking 30s.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of that has to do with your DNA. Sometimes it has to do whether you're physically fit or you eat right or blah, blah, blah. Either one of, if you don't eat right, something always can take you. I mean, if you love bacon and you eat bacon for 3 meals a day, yeah, it might take you down a route, but it might not.
No, different bodies have different
Everybody's
tolerances.
different.
Yeah, different bodies are different tolerances. I mean, I can eat a bowl of ice cream and my blood sugar will jump up. My husband eats a bowl of ice cream and nothing happens. So that's the thing. You need to know your body. But, what we were going back to with that already gone is in your business, check on it. Make sure you're not sitting on cruise control and that there's some improvements you could probably do that you haven't bothered because it's been doing just fine for 10 years. We've been doing this forever. We don't need to change it. That's when you want to start looking. And then in your relationship, if you've been on cruise control and you're
That's why they
checked
say
out,
start date nights and try new things.
well, the reason why you need to do that is because, and take vacations together and things of that nature, because you forget who you married. You forget why you are together, dating if you're not married. You forget because it becomes so monotonous and so regular and expected. You just expect them to love you and they're going to be there, period.
A rut in the grave.
Yeah, right in the grave.
You've said it about 3 times today.
And the
I
thing
figured I'd bring it up.
is people are like plants. They need watering, they need nutrition, they need sunlight.
Have you seen the plants in our office?
In his office, they're all dead.
Not quite.
He has pretty much killed every plant in this room.
It's because I don't come down here all that often.
Yeah, the only thing that looks good is the sage stick that's in the corner there. That thing's doing just fine. But really, that's why you have to be careful with already gone, because so many of us have given up on our lives and just And yes, to a point, it's good. But if you still have some kick in you, you still have a dream to fulfill, don't stop. Find a way and go be the best version of you.
Don't stop believing. Oh.
Okay, what else?
I don't know.
That was it. That's it for me.
She got all of her words out today.
We're already gone. We will be in Qatar.
That is a 3-hour therapy session in 12 minutes and 54 seconds.
What?
Think of the advice you just gave.
Yes.
You did it in 12 minutes and 50 seconds. You know how much people would pay for that?
Let your friends
That's
know.
not a pearl of wisdom. That's a therapy session. I'm serious.
I know.
I mean, some people just don't know it. Well, here's my thing about therapy.
What?
And here's my thing about education.
What?
We always teach what you know.
Mm-hmm.
We just bring out what you know to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
As a teacher, as an instructor.
As
Now
a
there
coach.
are especially as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reminder of who you are and what you remember and those kind of things, then to put you sometimes back on track. Which I had this discussion the other day, because remember I told you I love the book Who Ate My Cheese?
Yes.
Or Who Moved My
Who
Cheese?
moved my cheese? My hair's flat.
That has nothing to do with cheese. So Who Moved My Cheese is one of those books that you can open up and read it
Anytime.
very short amount of time and figure out where you're at today. Well, you just moved the cheese on this podcast in 12 minutes.
Hi, my name is Dr. Michelle Moras. It's what I do.
Oh, it's the doctor in you. That's what it is.
No, I did that before I got the doctor. I got the doctor because I keep doing that kind of thing, and people are like, "Who are you?" So I got a doctorate to kind of back the things
So
I
see,
do.
if you hire her as a coach, she'll tell you everything in 30 minutes, but you're going to pay the price of 16 hours.
Hey, but you get 16 hours in 30 minutes. Well, and that's the thing is I don't believe in wasting time. And well, I don't like beating around bushes. I'll ask you directly, but as I told the young man at the ACA networking thing, I have a frontal lobe. I have frontal lobe damage. I don't have a filter. I just say.
Well, I think
I'm very nice about it though.
right, but I think sometimes people need that.
They do.
Most of the time, most people need it just right up front, and I'm the same way.
Yeah.
In fact, it was really, you bring the gentleman up from ACA the other day. Oh my gosh, I haven't got into such a deep intellectual conversation
was
in a
entranced.
long time, and I couldn't shut up. I kept thinking, this guy needs to talk, not me. This guy needs to talk, not me. And what was it, an hour and a half later?
Yeah, but that's what he does. He draws it out of you.
But it was deep and it was intellectual, and I could tell by the way I was talking to him that there was some things that he was analyzing as we were speaking.
Yes, we're talking about you, Dr. Brody Miller.
No, I wasn't going to give his name.
I did.
There you go.
Awesome guy, amazing story, and hope to see more and more of him in the future because just a neat guy. And I did the same thing. I met him and I just started talking, and he does a lot of brain things.
Mhm.
And I started talking to him, and I wanted to stop and ask him questions. And I stopped and I asked him a question. He answered, and then somehow it came back to me, and I'm like, how did he do that? It was incredible. Anyways, wonderful, wonderful guy. So back to our topic. Already gone. I know I answered everything already.
Well, I know, but if you take that conversation that I had with him, but you go previous, I mean, sometimes we need serious stimulation in order to kind of catch a grasp of life, if you will. And every once in a while, I get a craving for very deep intellectual conversation. Well, I didn't know I was looking for it. I was on cruise control. Okay, we do a lot of talk. We do different things like that, but I never thought I needed to go that deep in that conversation, and that's where the already gone. Now that I look back, I was already gone, but now it's like, oh wow,
Wake up call.
yes, kind of. I
It was like- it was
stimulated
the-
my own
It
brain.
was a brain wake up call. And that's why I talk about that, get out of that comfort zone. If you're realizing that, you wake up, get your coffee, go to work, do this, and you're doing everything you do. Oh crap, it's already 4 o'clock. I didn't even notice the day went away. You are an autopilot. That's really
I love
the
those
sign.
days.
That's the sign when you do that kind of stuff. You do, oh my gosh, where'd the day go? It's because you're on autopilot. You're not paying attention to anything you're doing. And you need to really understand that every moment of your day is important, and the people in your life are important, the ones that you care about, and that if you're present, you can be more aware of what's going on around you. So like one of my things that I say, one of the things that has saved my life is I tend to be present. Today I wasn't, this morning I wasn't, but I tend to be present.
I had to be.
So when I had my stroke, I recognized something was happening. But if I was in full auto mode, I would have kept going and just dropped dead. And that's scary. Stay aware of what's happening around you, in you, with the people you care about, and don't be already gone. Cruise control is nice for short term, but you got to take control of that wheel and can take control of your life. All good?
Mic drop.
I'm really philosophical right now, so.
So what's the meaning of life?
42.
Now tell us why.
It's like the living life, the universe, and everything. And no, it's just, I think the meaning, honestly, the meaning of life is to love and to be loved.
Which is all a perception.
Yeah.
I love perception because it can be anything.
Yeah. I think the meaning of life is to love and be loved, because I think at the end, you don't care about how much money you've made or how many bills. I mean, when I was on my deathbed, did I worry about my bills? Oh, heck no. I just figured let the bank take it all. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just wanted my children to know I loved him, my husband to know I cared and loved him, and that my friends knew that I actually was there for them when I could. And that's it. That's it. Loved and be loved. So, number one, though, love yourself so that other people can find you to love you right.
Well, I must go on with that because I think of once you hit the age of 32, 33 years old, we start thinking about our legacy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love legacy. Legacy's so much fun. What do you want to leave your kids? Do you want to leave them money?
A
Do you
rock.
want love and praise?
My kids are getting a rock.
a rock.
I have a
Is it
rock
a
col-
painted rock?
I have a rock collection, so it's actually
from
kinda
the
good.
80s?
I love rocks. No, I love rocks. I like pretty rocks.
Hey, somebody commented. Who commented?
Dakota.
Dakota. He's all over it today.
Yes.
I don't like everyone, but I love them.
It's true.
That's a very good point.
I love people for who they are, what they are, but I may not like them all the time.
It's kind of like music.
Yeah.
Just because it's not on your playlist doesn't mean that you don't appreciate it.
Yeah, and there's, oh my gosh, I found my old cell phone and plugged it in. I have an entire massive library of music. Yes, I'm bringing it on the airplane with me. And I'm like, woo woo, I found all my music. My phone crashed a couple months ago, and I haven't been able to have music in a while. And so I'm really happy to have all my music back.
Have you bring up an interesting thought process. As Gen Xers, we always did mixtapes. Have you ever gone back and seen some of the songs that you put on those mixtapes?
I still have them all. I have them in the cabinet.
And does it really bring? I mean, if it was given to you by a boyfriend,
Michael.
Well, see, you're the exception to every rule when it comes to that because he's the only boyfriend you had.
Well, and I have series of mixtapes where he made a picture. So when they're next to each other in order, it forms a whole picture. Or it'll be like all the Beatles. It'll say the Beatles on just the sides. He's so cool.
If only I could be like that. I don't know if I want to be though.
It's pretty awesome because I can see the whole collection.
Oh, that's scary.
And so I wrote him like, "Oh, make sure you get Sean Colvin on my phone before I go on the airplane."
So that most of you out there don't have the same boyfriend since you were like 12 and got married to the same boyfriend. Most of us didn't. I'm sure you had mixed tapes from other boyfriends or girlfriends. Go back and think about where that was, what your time was at that point. If you can find us. Brian's jealous just of your organization, Michael.
Oh my God, it's hilarious. Yes, okay.
I knew he was listening. I had to think about what I was saying.
No, Michael made the best covers for the mixed tapes. He always put so much thought into it. So yeah, I love mixed tapes.
I honestly don't know how many of those I still have because I know I made a lot of them. I didn't necessarily receive a lot of them, but I made a lot of them.
We have a lot of them. But
recording off the radio and everything.
Well, Michael used to make them for me because I was in the Philippines for a little bit, but and I was, well, actually, when I went to Omaha, I was in Omaha and he was talking about some song and he was, well, have you heard this? Have you heard this? I said, no. I said, well, there's country and Western. Yes. Oh, I need to save you. I'm going to send you mixtapes. And that's where it started.
Well, you got to figure the thing of it is when you and I are going someplace and I've got it on Pandora. Have you heard this one? Have you heard this one? I hear a lot of no, especially when I get into
the really old country stuff.
Old country stuff. That was the stuff that I grew up on with, the Charlie Pride, the Charlie Riches.
No, I know Charlie Pride.
George Jones and
George Jones, I don't.
All those other great ones.
Anyways.
Some of the best songs out there you still haven't heard.
Already gone.
Stick with me, girl.
I'll
take you there.
I'll take you there. No, and I mean, I know a lot of music that you don't know from the punk era and things like that because of Michael.
Well, as far as you know.
And well, my thing is I can't remember titles. I just know how they sing. I just know how to sing
the sounds.
Yes. Yeah, I just know the sounds. I don't know.
Which I think a lot of us are.
Yeah.
Because we used to listen to the radio, but we never listened to who it was or.
Well, you do understand Michael has his jukebox collection and he knows all the music.
Yeah.
Husband's cool. Michael's cool. Oh, Michael's on. Hi, Michael. You're cool.
You knew he was on.
No, I didn't. I wasn't listening to you.
I told you that a minute ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking to Dakota.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, are we done yet?
We can be. Are we already gone?
I'm already gone.
Have we checked out from this topic?
I so want to check my packing and make sure I've got everything again.
Well, I still got to go to the store. I got to pick up a couple of things.
Oh, okay. Well, we're already gone.
Nothing of major consequence. I'm trying to figure out what I can take with. I can't get my normal snacks.
Yeah.
because I'm a Ghirardelli fan. I love the pretzels and the Melba toast. You know how long it would take me at this point with my teeth to go through?
Yeah, not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen. So I got to figure out something else. But I did find something they got, and I don't remember the brand, but they got, the Hostess cupcakes.
Mhm.
They actually have a protein bar with only 1 gram of sugar. They actually have a protein bar that is a Hostess cupcake. They got other ones. They got Fruit Loops too.
Dakota wants us to start a show on the plane. We can't.
Are you buying the internet
Yeah,
on the
we
plane?
can't. We'll do it when we stop in Dallas. How
We
about
don't know
that?
where we're sitting even.
Oh no, on Friday we'll be in Doha. We'll already
Yeah.
be Doha, so we can go live. It might be like 2 a.m. I wonder what time it is. Right
It's
noon.
like 13 hours ahead, right?
Yeah,
Or is it?
noon.
No, it's less.
No,
It's like 11.
because I'm looking right now. Noon in Colorado Springs is 10 p.m. in
So it's only
Dubai.
10 hours.
So it might be a little off. Yeah.
They're only 10 hours ahead of us.
Yeah. So not bad. We'll be awake.
At 10 p.m.? Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
we don't get in until 1.
Yeah. No, yeah, Friday.
Yeah, but we don't. Oh, on Friday. Yeah.
Friday we'll be in Doha. At
We'll be
10 o'clock.
alive at 10 p.m. to do a
Yeah,
show.
yeah. Well, actually, because we're leaving Saturday morning at 1 a.m., we'll probably be sitting in the airport waiting for our flight because I think we have to check in by 9:30, 10 o'clock their time. for a 1 o'clock
Oh,
flight.
Dakota's saying you need to sing on the plane.
Oh, I don't want to get kicked off.
You need to get the people a concert on the plane.
Oh, that would be awesome. But I really don't want to get kicked off today or tomorrow.
Just don't sing Cherry Bomb. You'll be fine.
Cherry bomb. Okay.
Man, I might
Anyways,
kick you off the plane for that one.
no. Sex bomb, sex bomb.
Or that one. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I sang that once and Brian almost lost his mind. He looked at me like, "What are you
Hilarious.
doing singing that song?"
You've done it more than once.
I have?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
it's still on your playlist.
I love that song.
Anyway,
But anyways, get off. We'll get off. We're leaving because I need to look at my luggage again.
and I need to go to the store.
And I'm thinking I need to go take pictures of the inside of my luggage. I keep having nightmares that my luggage explodes. Maybe I'll go get one of those straps that hold my luggage together. I had a nightmare that my luggage is being put on the plane
If y'all
And-
can see my face,
and it exploded and it was all over the place. So I have everything in cubicles and I'm like, how do I stop it from exploding on the tarmac? Yeah.
oh, it's on the tarmac. We're good.
in my brain. That's what happened.
Okay, at least it's on the tarmac
Why?
because you're on the ground,
Oh,
not in the air. Okay, so your dream is okay.
yeah. Okay, so we'll see you next week, Friday.
Maybe
but it'll
same time,
probably
same
be
channel.
well. We'll go live whatever when we can.
You think so?
It'll be on our phones because I know we're going to be at the airport by then, and we'll just kind of fill you in what's going on. Or maybe if we're really daring and crazy, we'll do a show in the middle of the summit.
Or something, but keep an eye because when we go traveling, we actually have a tendency to do something from like the airport. So keep an eye on the Denim and Pearls Facebook page
Yeah,
and hit like and share if you're not already there.
and if we can go live from the palace,
We need to get to
We'll do
1,000
that.
people
We'll do that.
on the Facebook page.
yeah, we do because we're only at 800 something.
Yeah, we're only at 800.
Yeah, that's terrible. Help
It's
us.
horrid, and we're
Okay.
terrible on YouTube.
Yeah,
But we have so many stalkers.
yeah, you're out there watching. Just
Yeah,
click.
we have people watching, but
click
they never comment
subscribe.
or
Watch us.
subscribe or
Be there.
whatever.
So, anyways, my name is Dr. Michelle Moras.
Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Brian Swanson.
Subscribe,
That's what I think I said.
follow, and
Like,
like.
follow, subscribe.
Yes, we are Denim and
And comment.
Pearls. We're business casual
With Pearls of Wisdom.
from the porch.
I'm checked out.
Okay, and we'll see you all sometime next week, and maybe from some cool mall or from a palace or something. But-
Ooh, yeah, we're supposed to go for a camel ride or something, aren't we?
Yes, on Friday morning.
What else are we doing?
I'm not telling you all now, but there's too much.
Oh, okay. I know we're doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the morning of the 24th, I think we end up going to. We're going to the palace, and we're doing a whole bunch of stuff that day. And then, yeah, there's a lot on the agenda. It's
So
gonna be
maybe I
amazing.
get to swim in a golden bathtub.
No,
Oh, darn.
that's not happening. Anyways,
Somebody feed me grapes.
take care, everybody. We'll see you next week sometime. Keep a watch on Denim and Pearls because we'll go live there. Okay. So take care, everyone.
Like and share.
Until-
Peace out.